I gotta aim down. I gotta get that bitch in the red back. Dropped his ass. Dropped his ass. Oh, I saw that bitch in the red moving around.
I have to reload.
Come on, alright, lucky cookie. I'm still that nigga.
Reloading. I have to reload.
Damn. God, dog, diggity dog. I was just finna catch my lady in red. Cause I'm gonna take it from her before I kill her.
We are the commander.
And I do not promote rape at all, but this is video game, and I'm taking that booty from the lady in red. I'm taking that booty from the lady in red. Got her. Let me go get that booty. Damn, he killed me before I could.
The lead is ours. Keep pushing.
One down. I have to reload. I will follow.
Damn, my his ass.
Enemy at the container.
Enemy has the
Man, I'm just trying
Allies
to
precision
barber
airstrike
school,
incoming.
bro.
Beware.
I will follow.
We have failed.
I have
Return to
7
base.
kills, and I'm nigga. My team actually did gooder than the other team. Gooder, way better. The lady in red was a problem, bruh. I gotta change my thingamajiggers. They've been like that for a while now. We live, baby. We live, dude. Adam 22. Alright. Ho, ho, ho! Bro, they put me right in the middle of some boot. I gotta catch a whole nother loadout. Man, ain't no way, blood! Run, nigga, run!
Enemy in the dumpster.
What the hell is wrong with my gun?
Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Why you not shooting? Man, hold on. Time out.
God.
Oh, my shit ain't even fully auto. What the fuck?
Oh, great. I'm fucking lagging like a motherfucker.
Fuck me! Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, oh.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm catching bodies. I'm catching bodies. No! Dude! What is up, dude?
Enemy in the cargo containers.
Bodies! Bitch, this is like, I love this board because I'm smacking, lacking, and Cadillacing. Bitch, you dead. Your hair red. Shoot you in your body and your neck and fed. And I had 8, and I ain't even try. I wasn't even. I was watching.
Pretty much everything he touched, at least athletic. Football, basketball, track, it really didn't matter. And I want to be clear. Yeah, he was tall,
Damn.
fast, he could jump. But the dude was cold. He was actually a skilled player, not just a big dude out there running around. As a 6'4" sophomore, the 15-year-old Matt was a high flyer on the court. Dude actually helped lead his squad to a conference title, and he even broke the Arkansas high school scoring record. So yeah, dude was more than...
Yeah. Team deathmatch. Enemy incoming. Weapons ready.
Reloading.
Enemy at the bridge.
Reloading. Grenade out!
The lead is ours. Keep pushing. Enemy at the garage.
Throwing grenade! I have to reload.
Enemy at the bridge.
Right behind you.
Enemy at the garage. Enemy at the bridge.
They're down. They're down.
I will follow.
Enemy care package inbound. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy at the chopper. Enemy personal radar overhead. They have reached the halfway point. Get friendly care package inbound. Enemy closest right. Cover. Enemy at the bridge. Enemy closest right. Take cover. Care package
down.
inbound. Overhead. Friendly care package inbound. Allied cruise missile launched.
Changing mags.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy near main street.
Probably the worst way to high school Jacksonville's offense
Not dead. Let's move. Enemy UAV overhead. Allied cluster strike incoming. Enemy UAV overhead.
DK Metcalf.
was to be suspended for the rest of the season, which is not ideal. Fortunately for Matt,
Care package inbound. Objective is lost. We are not.
it's been a short time, but was out in time. Try out for team. Still kind of had. You know what? We're gonna stay well. He was out of football for an entire year. Now, the following year, 2010, Matt actually managed to not get arrested for a full year, and guess what? A couple teams came calling. My Cincinnati Bengals, along with the Tennessee Titans. Matt decided to go with the Bengals and signed for $700,000. Unfortunately, he didn't make the final roster, largely because he just hadn't stayed in shape. He kind of let himself go, and he was trying to fight back into shape, but camp is not the place to do that when you're trying to make the damn team. Now, later in the same season, this man was offered yet another opportunity to try out with Washington, but he declined to even show up, and with that, his NFL career was officially over. A couple years later, Matt, likely needing to make some bread, popped back onto the scene doing sports radio back in Arkansas. A gig he held for a little while, but after only 3 years, he walked away from that too. This is one of those situations where the information kind of ends right there, and we don't have a definitive reason as to what exactly went wrong that made Matt make the decisions that he made during his career. So anytime that's the case, y'all can know what that is. I got my own theory. Here it is. Matt was good at every sport, especially basketball. Dude was so good on the court that he actually played 1 year for Arkansas's basketball team while he was there on a football scholarship. I think he was a little torn between the two, but I do think football was his main love. Problem is, football was only his main love when he was playing the quarterback position. I don't think he ever liked playing receiver, which was why he opted to transfer and leave all of his friends behind when he was in high school just to go play QB at another school. I think it's why he had a successful college career, but once he made it to the league and was moved back to receiver, I think he slowly lost the motivation to really perfect that craft because he always saw himself as a quarterback and felt the best thing for the team was for him to have the ball in his hands the majority of the time. With all that said, I do believe he was grateful for his shot in the NFL, but over time, he just didn't put as much into being the best receiver he could be, like he never really fully bought in. I question his conditioning throughout his career, because his weight seemed to swing pretty wildly within a very short period of time. And there's several plays, even right here in these highlights, that you'd expect a 4-3 guy to be able to take to the crib. He no longer seems to have that gear. He was only a few years into his NFL NFL career. We don't have a detailed look into how deep his substance abuse problems were. So in this case, we can only go off the previous rumors and the one arrest that we know about. The second arrest where he violated his probation was flagged because he had alcohol in his system, not the other thing, which suggests to me that maybe his substance abuse issues weren't quite as extreme as we've seen in a lot of other cases. Either way, his commitment to the game once he reached the pro level was clearly not on the level it needed to be. Matt seemed to get more serious during that final year with the Jags, but it was too little too late. He would have needed to have a Josh Gordon 2013 season in order to save his career again. When Matt Jones drafted, NFL coach Chris Palmer said, "It's so rare. Someday, I think there's a very good chance the same scouts will be asking, who's the next Matt Jones?" And unfortunately for Matt, scouts are still asking that question. The context is completely different.
It is not surprising. People are getting lost by themselves and discovering the best part of handling the journey. The CX-30, inspiring performance, is available I-Access all-wheel drive.
Dancing time here. Oh.
Guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I have an update for those of you in the state of California who have the reopen claim issue. The EDD has released an official statement on the reopen claim button. It took them so long to address this issue, but they haven't even sent out this information in a press release. They haven't sent this information on their website. They haven't informed claimants through UI Online. They haven't even posted this on Twitter. No, this statement comes once again from Assembly member Lorena Gonzalez, who has been very helpful to claimants in helping them with their EDD benefits. Most likely you're not following Lorena Gonzalez on Twitter. However, if you are on Twitter, she has been very helpful. So she might be someone that you may want to follow for future issues such as this. Many of you may be tired of hearing about this reopen claim button issue, but I know that so many of you are still unsure of how to handle it and what to do. So now that we do have an official statement from the EDD, I wanted to share it with you just so that you know how to proceed. This video affects those of you who are seeing this button on your UI Online homepage. You see this button on your homepage prompting you to reopen your claim. Should you click it? Well, many people are saying it's there, I should click it. But you guys, I have been advocating for you guys, if you cannot get through to customer service, to reach out to your assembly members and senators. Assembly members have been the ones that have been the most helpful in terms of getting specific issues resolved with your account. Some are more helpful than others, and Lorena Gonzalez has been one of those assembly members that has been putting in the work to try to get things moving with the EDD for her constituents. Now, why hasn't the EDD published this statement anywhere? I have no idea, but you guys, I wanted to relay it to you so that you are no longer hearing what Ginny is guessing that you should do or what fellow subscribers are suggesting you do. Now, they sent over 2 different scenarios to her. Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, PEC, and PUA claims with remaining balances on 12/26/20. Since Congress and the President took action to reauthorize these federal benefits, the EDD is quickly opening PEC and PUA claims for those that had a balance in their claims as of December 26, 2020. These individuals who are waiting for their PEC extension or PUA weeks to be made available starting December 27th do not need to reopen their claims. The EDD is working diligently through these claims to automatically make these weeks available and will notify your constituents when they have weeks available to certify. They gave you a reopen button, and here they are stating that you are not to click it. However, they aren't telling you. They aren't sending this clearly written statement to your UI online. They aren't posting it on their website. They aren't issuing it in a press release yet. It could be issued later today. But it's right here, and they aren't telling you guys this. So, if you're seeing that button, you can call in still, and they'll clear it right away. But we now know that you do not have to sit waiting hours on the phone. As long as you're okay with waiting for them to clear it, it will get cleared. But the problem is that we don't know how long it will take. So what I have been saying in my videos still remains true. If you need your benefits and you need this fixed urgently, you can call in and customer service will clear this for you. However, if you wait, it will repair itself. Now, for those of you with PUA claims with disqualifications, there is a second scenario for some individuals who have a disqualification on their PUA claim, but have an option to reopen their claim through their UI online account. Since these claimants are not currently eligible, they should not be able to reopen and certify for benefits. Our IT branch is currently working on a fix so that these individuals do not have the option to reopen their claims, as they are currently disqualified. However, it is important to note that despite this temporary glitch, these individuals have not been paid benefits. Once again, they say it's a glitch, they say don't click it, but they're not addressing it to their claimants. They are stating this to one assembly member, and that's all. But this is straight from the EDD. Okay, guys. Brief update for you, but important for you to hear that information coming straight from the EDD. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys are doing. You guys, I want to let you know that my channel has had a lot of growth in the last week. I am still trying very hard to reply to as many comments a day as I possibly can. And I truly appreciate all of those of you who are new subscribers, long-term subscribers, and I always appreciate your likes, subscribes, shares, and comments.
Discovery is reporting for duty.
You know, Friday went on to become a franchise. There was, Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. Why didn't you show up on any of the subsequent Friday movies?
Well, for me, personally, when I was doing Friday, Q came up to me and he talked to me. He was like, I really like you. I really like your work. And I'm writing a script, you know, and it's called Players Club. And I wrote a part for you. And I want you to play a little sister and her little cousin. And she ain't got no ass. So it's perfect. And you gonna rock it. You're gonna be able to show them what you got. And I was like, okay, I just played, you know, supporting for all intents and purposes for Nia, which is cool, you know. Now you want me to play supporting for another role that is even worse, because this woman is a stripper who gets raped, and you know, and my girl Monica Calhoun tore it up, and the movie is iconic, you know, due to Lisa Ray, who prior to the movie we vibed. That was my girl. It had nothing to do with her. It was just, for me, the role was another direction in me staying in the supporting lane, and I wanted to get out of the supporting lane. So there were a lot of roles that I didn't do, and I think he might have taken that personally. I don't know. I think everything is as it should be, I think that Monica rocked that part. I think the movie is phenomenal. I think he was phenomenal, Jamie. You know, and I have no regrets. I just wish he had been able to understand that just because I didn't want that part, you know, doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah, I mean, A.J. Johnson, who I interviewed, he was in Players Club as well after doing Friday. And he told a whole story about how he had already made an agreement to be in next Friday. He didn't find out he wasn't in next Friday until he showed up to the set, and they told him that he couldn't get on the set. How come you weren't asked to be in the other Friday movies?
I was actually. But it was the second one.
Next Friday.
The next Friday. Q called me, and we had a meeting, and we was talking about the money, and we came to a number that I was getting, and we shook hands, and we was going to do it. And it was like about 3 weeks later, I get a phone call, and I said, I was in the movie. I was going to shoot it, and I get a phone call. He's like, man, they shooting next Friday? I'm like, how are they shooting? I'm in it. How are they shooting? Yeah, they down on 105th Street right now shooting. So I get in my car, and I go down there. I try to go on the set to talk to Q, but he done already had me barred off the set where I can't get on.
Oh, so you knew that was coming?
Yeah. He done had me barred off. I can't get on to talk to him. Come to find out that he done hired the dude from Onyx to play my part.
Federal Star.
For way less than what he was gonna give me.
AJ is my boy. I don't feel Ice Cube did me dirty. I think I might have hurt his feelings because he wrote something specifically for me, and I wanted Lisa Ray's part. You know, it wasn't Lisa Ray at the time. You know, it was a part, you know, that I wanted to bring my chops to. I fell in love with the journey of that character, and he kept saying, your ass ain't big enough. I was like, damn it, nigga, what the fuck do an ass got to do with the journey that this bitch got to give? And
this is before ass shots, by the way.
Yeah, and so when I saw the movie, I got it. Okay, you want a big ass. Like, I'm a big titty. Shit, I'm getting fucking titty. Go to White Club. Shit. Come on. Go to Players Club. Players Gentlemen's Club. I'm just playing. I got it, you know, because Lisa Ray is my thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got it, you know, but it wasn't her at the time, and it wasn't about that. For me, it was about growing as an actor, as an actress, and I didn't want part. So I can't speak on what AJ did. AJ is my honey bunches of oats. But if it was me and I didn't get paid in Friday 1, ain't no way I'm turning up for Friday 2. That's just me. That's all I got to say about that. There we have it.
Okay, so, but you just kept working after that. I mean, you got on...
I kept hustling.
You got on the Wayans Brothers show.
Being blessed. Thank you, Jesus.
You got on the Wayans Brothers show.
Well, I got on the Wayans Brothers show. Cousin Jesus once again back. Marlon went to Howard with me. So when I was going out, he was coming in. And, you know, he was a baby. So I was the grown-up senior. And, you know, he was the baby. So that was my honey. And so when he got his own show, he made sure he put me down. You know, and that's why I tell people, that's why I started this off with. You know, people try to act like the parties are unnecessary, the relationships. No, like we were talking about my son going to school, you know, and I was telling you, you know, I'm not putting him in private schools. But I know people that do because that's where the fancy pantsies go. You know, you think because you moved to Calabasas, you're gonna go, you know, go to school with the Kardashians. No, boo. They go to private school hunting. They not going to Calabasas High. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you have to put yourself with people that are going to be able to nurture you and vice versa in life. You know, and I'm not saying go and sneak up. They go Puffy. Puffy gonna be a trillionaire one. How the hell was I supposed to know Puffy ass? I just liked him. You know what I'm saying? If you're genuine, you're just genuine. He was funny. He made me laugh. He could dance. So he was my boy. You know, not because he was Puffy. He wasn't Puffy. I met Puffy. He used to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? But we love Puffy. You know, I was like, leave Puffy alone.
Puffy was getting beat up. Well, I mean, you interviewed YW Melly at one point. He's still sitting in prison. Yeah. Doesn't seem like the case even started yet.
I think COVID shit pushed it back like crazy.
Yeah? How was that interview?
That interview was not good. That was a weird one. Like, you know, he's a person, you know, he always would talk about the two sides of his personality, Melly and Melvin or whatever. I mean, I think I only kicked it with him 2 times in person. One time, the first time was in the studio, we just hung out, and he was a huge ball of energy. Like, he was...
Taking control.
I'm with you.
Team deathmatch. We've got enemy in there. We're losing ground. Step it up.
Taking fire!
We're in control.
Enemy near Main Street.
Someone in the house.
Enemy at the back alley.
Enemy care package. UAV overhead. Moving to secure.
Enemy at the restaurant.
Hostiles in the area.
Enemy support helo in the air. Enemy UAV overhead.
Don't shoot! I'll always come back!
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Enemy Wilson deployed.
Enemy at the hotel.
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the shop.
Enemies halfway there. Step it up. Friendly UAV overhead.
I'm taking fire! No!
Enemy Allied cluster strike inbound.
Enemy at the back alley.
Friendly Wilson on station. Beginning sweep.
Enemy at the back alley.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Trophy system deployed.
Cracked one! Oh, shit! Changing max.
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Enemy at the crossroads.
Reloading.
Allied cluster strike inbound. We're down but not out. Let's go. Friendly sentry gun online.
Enemy at the shop.
Pull back, soldier. Fight another day.
Definitely right. I remember it was like on Smash. did a story about Tekashi's going to be let out like the day of his sentencing, and it was like trending and everything. And I called lawyers about it. Like, there's no way they can do this. And sure enough, he wasn't. And then the next day, they were bragging about how they were trending the day before. But I'm like, y'all trending off fake news. Like, why brag about that?
Yeah. That one's super confusing to me because On Smash was a pretty reputable site if you go back to like 2006, 2007, sort of early blog era.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what has happened because like
they got shut down.
I couldn't even get a pack of cigarettes off you, bro. I'm gonna get cigarette money off you, bro. You tripping.
They eventually, I mean, they started free On Smash, I think.
Right.
But, you know, you lose that momentum. You lose that momentum of everyone going
Still firing, still firing.
because there's no forwarding,
Zero
right?
six, got 141, got enemies inbound from the east, over. Reloading, stand by.
And a lot of people just think you're over.
Echo 3-1, Viper 1-1 on approach, ready for tasking. What's your position?
I guess I was in the spectrum of mythology because sometimes you title the video as somebody else saying something, like something else that somebody said, and you kind of know it wasn't true, and you're sort of like,
Get out there. Promote somebody.
Slow where an outlet could then start to get more and more comfortable with like, well, you know, I can just totally lie.
Enemy in the button.
People talking a lot, but I mean, your credibility.
Setting flame. Hold ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people
I'm taking fire.
clickbait. What I consider clickbait is
Contact.
you title something.
Reloading. Stop. Ambulance.
Enemy in the button.
I have to reload. I'm taking fire.
I mean, occasionally a writer somehow gets it wrong or whatever, and we have to kind of adjust things here and there, but I would say
We're losing control.
yeah, right. It's true.
There was a bunch of outlets who put out stories basically saying that there were too many purchased plays on the Nicki Minaj 6ix9ine song, so it wasn't actually a #1. Then you fast forward a few days, and the song actually is #1. But we already had a video that was like a clip from our weekly podcast in the Jumper Show that was titled, I think, like how Nicki Minaj and 6ix9ine faked the #1. At the time, it seemed like an accurate title. Now, the song actually went #1. Even though, I mean, myself and probably a lot of other people would argue that this is sort of a duplicitous meaning of the term #1, since I'm pretty sure that the only reason why it's #1 is just because the barbs were willing to buy as many merch combos as possible.
well, they spent money to purchase 14 million YouTube. Imagine how much that would cost. Imagine the amount of money it would take to boost a video by 14 million people. Like 100, 200, $500,000, like $1 million, if you really think about it. You know, and the whole thing of, you know, bundling merch or, you know, live concert sales into an album and somehow manipulating the number that way. I don't know, it just seems like it totally defeats the purpose of having a #1 song, right? Because you could have the #1 merch, you could have the #1 show, but to somehow combine it all and to say you have the #1 song because people buy your merch, I just think that's, you know, I mean, I understand you set out the rules and people are going to manipulate the rules to their best ability to try to make themselves look better, but I just feel like the rules are flawed.
They keep changing the rules because, like, for instance, the DJ Khaled album, there was some sort of energy drink tie-in, and they basically ruled that after that, you weren't able to do that because, you know, the energy drink has nothing to do with the actual album. So then when you look at the 6ix9ine Nicki thing, it's like they have, if you look at his website, it's like an unbelievable amount of merch from, I think, cassette singles, records, t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, hats, masks, everything. And it all relates back to the content, so technically it counts. But I mean, if you you really want to look at like what his true genius was here, I think it was that he partnered up with Nicki Minaj, who has probably the most rabid, willing to spend money fan base that we can think of in this category. Like everybody knows the Barbs are this legendary entity on the internet, and he wasn't able to go number one on his first song just by himself, but then team up with the Barbs, and the thing is that those purchases are worth like 1 million streams or many hundreds of thousands of streams, etc. when you just purchase one copy.
Remember the first song? Billboard said there was just a massive amount of bots. It was like 4 times bots running that song. So, I mean, look, man, a guy that's willing to tell on his friends has no problem getting fake people, paying for fake people, trying to get around the system. Once again, make him look better. This is all par for the course. I mean, this is his thing.
And it's weird. I don't feel like anybody is really looking at him going number one as a sign that his career is necessarily in a good place. It feels like him getting number one of his songs still feels like it's part of this overall story of people just losing interest in him, which is not normally how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's celebrating that number one outside of him and Nicki. I mean, and her fans are probably celebrating, but I don't know. And he didn't get any support from radio or playlists or anything else like that. He had to try to use other means, I guess, to try to get there. Like I said, I'm not really feeling the whole thing. I've said it plenty of times in my interview. I think it was foul. I think he was trying to be painted by saying he was a victim, but clearly he was the ringleader. He was getting people on the shit. And when suddenly he was facing time himself, he went told on everybody to get out of doing time himself. That's why he told on everyone, not because of the reasons he gave. Oh, they were stealing my money and fucking my girl. Like, he's seen the ramifications that lives destroyed over people's vision. Takashi doesn't give up for 70 years. He goes to places.
shit, I've been on air this whole time. Fuck, man.